The Quran described human development in the womb 1400 years ago. It says, "We created man from a drop of fluid. Then we made it cling to the womb. Then we formed bones and covered the bones with flesh." Modern embryology shows the same stages. First, a single cell, then attachment to the womb, then a shape like chewed flesh, then bones and muscles forming. At that time, there were no microscopes, no medical imaging. Yet these stages were described with precision. Is this just coincidence or a divine sign? What do you think? Now let us look at what these words actually mean. In the Quran, the word nutfa means a drop of fluid. Today we know that a human being begins as a single cell formed by the union of sperm and egg. Then the Quran uses the word alaka. In Arabic, this word means something that clings or something that hangs on. Modern science shows that the embryo attaches itself to the wall of the womb and draws nourishment from it. Next comes the word mujah. This word means a chewed piece of flesh. At this stage, the embryo truly looks like a chewed substance with tooth-like marks and ridges. These Quranic descriptions are not symbolic metaphors. They match the physical appearance of the embryo with remarkable accuracy. Today, with ultrasound, microscopes, and laboratories, we can observe human development inside the womb. Science tells us that in the early weeks, the embryo attaches to a specific place in the womb, develops blood vessels, and organs slowly begin to form, the Quran states. Then we formed bones and covered the bones with flesh. This expression shows that the skeletal structure forms first, followed by muscle tissue. 1400 years ago, there were no microscopes, no ultrasound machines, no science of embryology. Yet these stages were clearly described in the Quran. In another verse, the Quran says, "He creates you in the wombs of your mothers in 3 layers of darkness." Modern science explains these 3 layers as the abdominal wall, the uterine wall, the amniotic sac. The baby develops within these 3 protective layers. This knowledge could only be discovered through modern medicine. At that time, there was no way to observe the inside of the human body. Therefore, this verse is not merely poetic language. It describes a real physiological reality. The Quran does not describe the development of the baby only to inform us, but to make us reflect from a drop to a living being, to consciousness, to a human. Such a precise and perfectly ordered system, can it truly be a coincidence? Science explains how we are created. The Quran asks why we are created. Science says how. The Quran says why. And both meet at the same conclusion. Human beings were not created without purpose. What do you think? Is this knowledge just coincidence or a sign of divine design? Write your thoughts in the comments.